Hi everyone, it's me, A.B, and today I'm going to be doing my YouTube video for devotions for this week. The lesson I'm going to be doing is church important? I'm also going to be going over a little more different stuff, but mostly is church important? When I went around and I asked people, like at my school, I even asked my family if they thought it was important to go to church. Most people said yes. I had the poll right here, and I just wrote it on a piece of paper. You can ignore that. My friend did that. But here's the poll. So most people said yes. As you can see here, there's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 people said it is important, and only 3 people said it's not important. 3 people said it wasn't important to go to church, and 22 people, said that it is important. My dad is a pastor of a church, and he said that it is important to go to church because it shows people that you care about the Lord, and that it will help you have a better relationship with God. So more people think it is important to attend church. Is it a sin to go to church? The Bible does not say in any definitive way, shape, or form that not going to a church is a sin. So if you don't go to church, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are sinning. Now, if you're doing something on a Sunday to break the law or 10 commandments, it's a totally different story. When I asked Google what she thought, she said, research shows that people who regularly attend church report stronger social networks and less depression. They smoke less and lead healthier, even live longer lives. In a very real physical way, church is literally good for your health. So that is pretty much saying that if you attend church, you are most likely not going to be depressed, smoke, and you will have a healthier life. And yes, you will live a longer life if you are washed by the blood of the Lamb, aka saved. So I asked 2 of my friends how they felt, if they felt like that was true. Both of them do go to a church. They both go to the same church. One of them doesn't always go to church, but she does, like, if her whole family is together and cooperating, they will watch it on the big television live if they're going live. And my friend said that if she can't get the family to cooperate, she'll just watch it on her phone, on Facebook, and she'll just watch it live by herself in her room. So they both go to church. Now, friend 1 said, when you go to church, God heals your soul because you are listening and doing to what God is doing for you, and it takes your mind away from the sadness. So she does think that if you go to church, you're going to be less depressed, or you might not even be depressed. Friend 2 said, it makes your soul happy when you go to, she said, and I quote, it makes my soul happy when I go to church, and it definitely helps with my depression. She takes depression medicine, which is why I definitely wanted to ask her. I'm not saying any names in this, but I did want to ask her because I know that she takes depression medicine in the mornings. All right, point 3. Why do Christians go to church? Having a place of worship is important for Christians, as it provides the opportunity to feel closer to God, to meet other Christians with the same beliefs, and to feel like a part of a community of believers who regularly come to express their faith. So Christians go to church because it makes them feel like if they don't have a family that loves them enough, which honestly that would mean that their family isn't Christian, but if they are Christian, they'll come to church because it makes them feel like they have a family who loves them. And they do. They have a family who loves them, whether it be in heaven, whether it be on earth, just the church. But everyone has a family who loves them. Is church necessary for salvation? No. Going to church is not necessary for salvation. People should attend church, but not to become Christians, but because they are Christians and want to obey the one who provides for their salvation, aka Jesus. Jesus is the one who provides for our salvation. What is salvation and why is it important? This is also another short point, but it is deep. Salvation is important because without salvation, we will never have a proper relationship with God. Our sins will not be forgiven, and so we will not be able to enter heaven. So without salvation, we're going to hell. It's that simple. If you're not saved, you're gonna die and you're gonna go to hell. Earlier, I don't know if it's still up or not, but earlier I had this verse on my thing. I had it. I edited it into my video, and I'll put it back up because it is real. Like, hell is real. Yes, hell is a bad word, but if you're using it to talk about biblical terms, then it's not a bad word. There's difference. But I'm gonna put it back up so that you can take that prayer and you can pray that prayer and you can mean it from your heart. Because if you don't mean it from your heart, then you're not gonna get saved. Jesus knows your heart, and Jesus knows where your heart is. Jesus is the all-knowing. He knows everything, and he will forgive you if you mean it from your heart. I'll also put the verse up at the end of the video, but I have it right here just so y'all can have it right now, because who knows what's going to happen. There could be a murderer in your house right now, and you could die right now. So I don't want to waste any time. I want to put it up now. I want to put it up then. I would have put it up at the end of this video. What is heaven according to the Bible? So, that was weird. So, before I read what Google said, I want to say something. If you're wondering what heaven is, like, what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like, think of the best place in the world that you've ever been to. Think of the best place that you haven't been to, but you want to go to. Think of it. Think of it and keep it in your mind. Got it? Now, I want you to picture that place 1,000,000 times better. Even more than 1,000,000. I don't know what's above 1,000,000, so I know I should, but I don't. But think of it 1,000,000,000 times better. Heaven is going to be better than that place 1,000,000,000 times better. You're going to have your own mansion. There's going to be streets of gold. There's going to be a crystal sea. If your family is saved, you'll see them in heaven. You will never die. There will never be tears of sadness. There will never be anything wrong, like no wrongdoings in there, no murderers, no thieves. You're going to live a perfect life in heaven. So, you had that perfect place in your head, that best place in the world in your head, and you had pictured it 1,000,000,000 times better. Heaven is going to be better than that, 1,000,000,000 times better. That is what heaven's going to be like. Now I'm going to read what it is according to the Bible, according to Google. Heaven is primarily God's dwelling place in the biblical tradition, a parallel realm. It's hard to read. A parallel realm where everything operates according to God's will. Heaven is a place of peace, love, community, and worship, where God is surrounded by a heavenly court and other heavenly beings. All right, so that was what Google said, that the Bible said, and now I'm going to see what she says about hell. What is hell in the Bible? All right, I'm going to do the same thing with you that I did with the heaven one. Think of the worst place in the world. The worst food, the worst anything. It can be literally anything you hate. You got it? Now think of it 1,000,000,000 times worse. Hell will be worse than that. It's going to be dark. It's going to be scary. You're going to burn for eternity. There will be no dying in hell. You will literally burn for eternity. I don't exactly know what it's going to be like because I haven't read the whole Bible, but I don't exactly know, so I don't exactly know what the Revelations says about it, but I'm pretty sure my dad said that it might burn you all the way to your insides, and then your skin will just grow back, and you'll burn again. That I'm pretty sure my dad said that on a Sunday. Don't remember what that Sunday. I know it was last year in 2020, but thank gosh it's over. But yeah, hell will be worse than broccoli for the little ones. Hell will be worse than pretty much anything that you can. Hell will be worse than school. Hell will be worse than a volcano that has erupted. Hell will be worse than Hurricane Heart. Hell will be worse than 2020. It will be worse than 2020. But now I'm going to. So if you don't want to go to hell and you don't want to live a life that is worse than 2020, pray this prayer. I'm putting it up again. Pray it now, please, and mean it from your heart. Because if you pray this prayer right now, like I said earlier, you're gonna have your very own mansion. You're gonna get to walk on streets of gold. You're gonna get to swim in a crystal sea. You're gonna get to meet me. You're gonna get to meet your Savior. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be better than the best year ever. It's gonna be better than the best place ever. Pray this prayer, please, and mean it from your heart. Almost done, guys. Now I'm gonna read what Google said. In the King James version, in the King James Bible version, whatever, the Old Testament term says, Sheol, Shell, Shell. If you know what that word is, good for you. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is translated as hell 31 times, and it is translated as the grave 31 times. Sheol is translated as the pit 3 times. Modern Bible translate typically render Sheol as the grave, the pit, or death. So that is what hell is. I don't think any of you stood it, but it's pretty much going to be a pit, a grave. Any of those terms describes hell. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it very helpful. I hope you took it serious and you prayed that prayer. You only have to pray it one time. So if you prayed it in any of my past videos, you don't need to pray it in the end of this video. You don't need to pray it ever again. You are saved. It is done. Just like my dad said today in church. He said, once you have salvation, once you get saved, you're done. It's set in stone. You are saved. Your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. God has already built your mansion. Did you know that as soon as you pray that prayer, every single angel in heaven is singing worship to God? They are celebrating. They are having a big party just because you got saved. Also, guys, and so yeah, that's really cool. But also share this video, save this video, whatever you can do. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and that is it. That's all for today. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You took the time out of your day to listen to me tell you about the God. There is the God. There's only one God. Thank you for just taking the time out of your day to listen to me tell you about God, because that means a lot to me, because it shows me that a lot of you are getting the truth, and some of you might not be believing it, but I know that if I keep doing this, I will lure you out of your beliefs and into mine, not into mine, but I will but I will kind of turn you, I guess, into a believer of God. So thank you for doing that so much. Anyways, that's all for today. Bye, guys.